Edinburgh is a city built on haunted history. Everywhere you walk, you feel the weight of centuries pressing through the fog. But nowhere does that weight grow as chilling as Greyfriars Kirkyard. Greyfriars isn't just a resting place for the dead. Since its first stones were laid in the mid-16th century, this graveyard has seen plague victims, criminals, and condemned souls. The walk among these graves is unsettling, even in daylight. But tonight we turn to the most infamous tomb, the Black Mausoleum. Here lies Sir George Mackenzie, a judge whose very name inspired terror. Bluidy Mackenzie, the persecutor of the Scottish Covenanters, hundreds of whom died by his orders. For centuries, Mackenzie's tomb stood quiet. But in 1999, everything changed. A homeless man seeking shelter wandered into Greyfriars as the city slept. He found the mausoleum door ajar and stepped inside for respite from the biting wind. Stories suggest he used a lighter to search among the shadows. But suddenly the floor gave way. He crashed through rotting boards, landing in a pit filled with centuries-old bones. Panic seized his heart as he struggled to climb free, and he fled into the night, unaware that he had disturbed much more than the dead. From that night, something awoke. The Mackenzie Poltergeist. Since 1999, over 350 violent poltergeist attacks have been reported here. Visitors describe invisible hands tugging hair or coats, icy blasts that freeze your breath, even scratches and bruises that appear out of nowhere. Tour guides and tourists collapse without warning. Some wake later with marks around their throats, unable to recall what happened. One woman shared this. My legs gave out as I entered the darkness. Something cold pressed against my back, as though a hand tried to push me out. When I reached for my phone, claw marks appeared on my arm. I never saw anyone near me. Others feel waves of panic or faint inside the mausoleum. More than a dozen have been carried out, shaking and pale. Unmarked dead animals have been found at the mausoleum's door. A pale face is sometimes seen at a window, vanishing when approached. Paranormal investigators record inexplicable cold spots and electronic malfunctions. Locals report even stranger activity in nearby homes. Dishes flying from shelves, fires starting in empty rooms, children waking, screaming about a man in black at the window. Attempts at exorcism have failed. Whatever haunts Greyfriars refuses to leave. What caused the violence? Some blame the desecration of Mackenzie's tomb. Others believe the centuries of bloodshed and suffering left a stain history cannot erase. Historians say mass graves lie beneath the mausoleum, a spiritual powder keg. Supernatural theorists claim the graveyard sits atop powerful ley lines, amplifying every restless spirit. Today, Greyfriars Kirkyard remains one of Britain's most haunted places. Guides warn, do not touch the mausoleum walls, do not linger at the threshold, do not enter after dark. Many have left this graveyard changed, marked, frightened, or followed by fear. Some evils never die.